Salt Lake City, Utah. Right off the plain, you see nothing but mountains. The heart of downtown is on the horizon, home of the Mormon Church and its Tabernacle Choir. But Salt Lake has a tourist attraction some would rather not claim.
I'm a little worried that we're going to become some kind of environmental pariah.
Chip Ward moved here for the beauty, the recreation, the good life. Now he wonders.
This is the Army depot, and all of those little dark dots on the horizon are igloos. The incinerator is actually beyond this small little sandbar range of mountains here.
Nestled in a valley 30 miles southwest of the city is the Army's first full-scale mainland chemical weapons disposal facility. Half the nation's chemical stockpile sits on the Tooele Army Depot's 50,000 acres. Already, contractors are practicing punching holes in ton containers, preparing for the day when they drain and burn lethal gases for real.
They'll argue that in minute quantities it won't hurt you. We don't know that. No one knows that.
In these filters are 6 banks of charcoal that will absorb any agent that's airborne.
Project engineers are quick to point out how well the system works. Security cameras and air monitoring systems record every site. Airlock doors seal off toxic work areas. Workers will only unload the munitions. They must carry gas masks at all times.
Reverse direction.
Everything else is automated to minimize human errors. There are separate incinerators for packaging, metal parts, explosives, and the lethal chemical agents.
The only time people will come into this area is to provide maintenance to the equipment, and then at that time they'll be dressed in the protective clothing.
And the lines would not be running.
That's correct.
Glade Robbins will help supervise the project. He's frustrated some don't trust the facility safeguards.
All of the procedures, all the processes, all of the things that we go through before we do toxic operations to make sure everything is safe. I think it's a little bit of ignorance they don't understand.
But the test phase rolls on. An okay from Congress is all that's needed to flip the switch.
Accountability, liability, and the burden of proof, they all go downwind as well. And air monitoring is very expensive, complicated, and usually inconclusive.
The fight has moved from the hills to the Capitol. Utah activist Steve Erickson is also lobbying against incineration.
The long-term effects of small amounts of nerve gas coming out the stack, of dioxins, furans, other products of incomplete combustion, we don't know. I guess we'll be guinea pigs again in that experiment. That doesn't please us.
8 sites across the U.S. face the same scenario. Baltimore, Maryland has its share of chemical weapons, too. Travel to the Army's training facility in Aberdeen, and you get more assurances. Only 5% of the nation's chemical weapons stockpile is stored here, but this is where the Army calls the shots. Aberdeen is also where anyone involved in destroying chemical weapons is trained. Here, they can get close to the line and deal with problems the public is told should never happen.
The actual munitions, I think, have an advantage over these, as we don't get as many double pulls. Those teeth are not designed to come down in the strutted area.
The least we have to have people even near the agent or near the explosives, the better it is for their safety.
Okay, status, the servos show arm now. Everything's running. We insert failures here in the normal course of a control room operator's work experience he might never see, and they learn what kind of actions to take, and more importantly, they learn what not to do.
Everybody's going to be much safer once we get rid of the stockpile.
Opponents call Charles Baronian the father of incineration. He doesn't like that. Baronian, who helped design the weapons, is now in charge of finding the best plan for their disposal.
The stockpile has no military use any longer. If there is a safe enough methodology to get rid of these, then I would vote for getting rid of it. I'm confident there is no magic bullet in terms of getting rid of this material.
But you don't have to have a magic bullet, and in their mind, incineration is a magic bullet. In our mind, incineration is a loose cannon.
That's why Kentucky opponents like Craig Williams continue to push for alternatives. But the fight's a hard one, and they know Time is running out. Cindy Bragan, Wave 3 News.